Hello, my name is Wolfgang Bach. Oh, shit. Wrong video. I'll be right back. Hello and welcome to the new M&B PCP reviews. Today we're going to be doing some testing outside. We're going to be taking the HASTON Carnivore 135 30 caliber brake barrel, and we're going to be testing some slugs through it. Yes, some slugs, some FX slugs. The FX slugs are a hybrid, and they're a 44.5 grain. I've heard rumor that these use slugs well, and I've heard that they don't use slugs well. So we're going to find out. And we'll see what the FPS is and the energy. I will tell you that I did do some initial testing the other day. I wasn't able to complete the testing because we had some really bad scope rings, and this particular brake barrel does have a lot of kick, and it was causing the really subpar scope rings that come with this inexpensive scope to actually slide back on top of the rail system. And look at the scope. The whole thing slid back, and this was tight. Actually come off. So I pretty much had to scrap that video because it really wasn't worth putting out. I mean, it was good entertainment for comic relief, I guess, but it wasn't anything that you guys would probably, that are really interested in results would like. Maybe we can do some outtakes of that sometime. Anyhow, I purchased recently a $29.99 scope from Amazon, and we're going to be going over that today too. It's a Discovery scope, and I'm not familiar with Discovery, but I will give you guys a bit of what it says and really what can we expect for $29.99, right? Discovery scope, and guess where it's made? Ding, 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 China. Okay. It says it's got a long eye relief with a forgiving eye box. Well, that's a yes and no. I'll tell you that already, because I've looked through it. It does have some reasonably clear glass, but like a lot of scopes, this particular scope, and at the distance that I was actually using this at, which the other day was like 30 yards, it's clear when you pull it back to 40, 50, even 75 yards. It brightens dramatically in your field of view. You get more of your high definition pulled back a little farther. It's not optimal below 40 yards, and I wasn't expecting that out of an inexpensive scope like this. I was actually expecting it to work better at 30 yards than I would be pulled back, but surprisingly it works better back farther. But I'm not testing this back farther because today we're going to be doing 30 yards, and we'll try to get some groups and foot-pounds, like I said. Now, they say it's got a multi-coated with anti-reflective coating for brighter views. Okay, nitrogen gas purging with O-ring seals delivers good, you ready for this? Fog-proof and waterproof performance. After we're done testing this scope, we're going to submerge it, and we're going to see, and after we use it, not right now, but after we give it a good workout, we're going to see if it in fact is waterproof and still holds a zero. It's got shock-proof construction, so, well, the Carnivore will test that, and withstands recoil and impact. So these are some pretty bold claims right out of the gate for a $29.99 scope. Single-piece aircraft-grade aluminum alloy construction. Has a fast eyepiece and a wide field of view. It's not bad. I've seen better glass, but I've seen far worse on more expensive scopes as far as the glass and magnification goes. I will tell you that the mil dot reticle is very crisp. I don't believe it's etched, but it looks clear, and as long as we don't have crosshairs falling down, we should be okay. It's got finger adjustable crisp turrets. Now, that part right there, you'll see when we get outside as far as the turrets go on this inexpensive scope. And when they say crisp turrets, these are crisp. For a cheap scope, they're crisp. One of the first things we do, I do, maybe you guys do too, is when I get a scope, I like to turn those turrets and just see how positive and how clicky they really are. How precise are they? How is the machining? This is an expensive scope. As far as the clicks go on the turrets don't look great. It's $29 dollar scope, but the positive feel is better than some of the expensive scopes I got as far as a positive feel goes. Now, nowhere way am I saying that it is better than an expensive scope, so don't misconstrue. Then it says it has a removable kill flash, sunshade, and other bonus features. Well, it does not have a kill flash. It did not come with a kill flash. It did come with a sunshade and a lens protector on the eye relief. It does come with that, but as far as, unless I missed something, I'm gonna look inside because maybe I missed something. We have a box that the rings came in, and we have our packaging. I'm a box saver. I keep things, but no. As far as kill flash, no kill flash. It does come with a little rag. It does come with the owner's manual. And if you're wondering what model this is, for those who are curious and you decide you want to get one for yourself, which I am not recommending because I don't want to be responsible if you get a scope and it's bad, but I'm still going to test it. This is the VT-R 3-9x40 AI rifle scope by Discovery Amazon. It is $29.99 Amazon. And speaking of scope rings, these are these rings that these things are outright shit. These come with it, and as far as I can tell, this is, I don't know, put these on the rifle. And first of all, they don't fit Picatinny at all. There's no screw that goes through that even can hold it in place for anything with any high impact. Now keep in mind, they're saying that this scope works well with a regular. So this, and it has no hole to screw into a Weaver style mount. So basically you're left with hooking on the top of a Weaver on the small part, and recoil pushes it back. So these are worthless. I don't think I would use these to hold a flashlight, to tell you the truth. They're just, they're terrible. Let's break into the manual and see what we got. And it's got kind of clear English. It's just a one pamphlet manual. And it says, instructions for NWE Discovery Rifle Scopes. So NWE. I don't know what that is. It's not on the box, but that's what it says. It says, Discovery Rifle Scope delivers the exacting standards demanded by shooting enthusiasts. Discovery rifle scope. So here comes the bad English, no S. Discovery rifle scope are fabricated from strong, lightweight aircraft aluminum and fine optical glass. For maximum performance and clear, bright images, they run on their sentences. Metal parts are close tolerance machined, lenses are precision ground and polished, and the multi-coated anti-reflection coating. Discovery rifle scope have an advanced turret design featuring, keep this in mind, featuring reset to zero, pull-up turrets, and finger adjustment with no caps to lose. The models also feature a mounting body. Well, this scope, as you will see, does have caps. It does not have reset to zero pull-up turret. So, and they're showing the exact same scope below that I have, but it has none of those. Crosshair reticles. It says in simple terms, this element replaces iron sight system of non-rifled scope. It is the aiming device. We already know this. I'm going to go to blah, 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 blah. It's telling me about the size, first focal plane, large intended. Let's see. Ocular lens. Okay. This element provides a secondary and final magnification and is the closest to the REI. They spell it is the closest to the REI. To the eye, I believe they mean. It gathers light Okay, we know that, and it does have an adjustable eyepiece if they're talking the ocular way. It does have an adjustable eyepiece. It does work. It does fine-tune better. Like I said, at 20 yards, you're a little blurry. 30 yards, you're a little blurry. 40 and out, nice adjustment, works well. It just goes on in servicing and adjustment screws and such. But it says Discovery Service and Support. It's got a limited lifetime warranty. Free of defects and workmanship as long as it's owned by the original owner. All electrical components come with a 1-year warranty, which this does not have. So it must be they make some other scopes, but none are listed on this. Warranty is your exclusive warranty and replaces all other warranties. Blah, blah, blah. And it just goes on, and then they have their address, and they are in many places in China. And it's made by Discovery Worldwide, Discovery Optics, if you're interested. www.discovery-optics.com. So, that's this scope. So, are you more interested in the scope or the HASTON? Because I'm interested in both. Let's go out today. We'll get some testing done. We'll do the FPS. We'll do the energy. We're only going to be using these hybrid slugs today, because really it takes a long time to test. So we'll get this done today, and then in the future episodes we'll be testing others. Maybe going to some different slugs or not even slugs. We're going to see how it performs with these FX hybrids. I don't have a lot left. We'll use up what we got. And we'll start with a 5-string. I'm going to do 2. One I'm going to do off camera afterwards, and I want to see what the standard deviation is going to be. And keep in mind, this brake barrel's not broke in yet. It has not had enough ran through it to be considered broke in, so accuracy may not be the best yet. FPS. Okay, here we are, and here is this Discovery scope, and as you can see, we have some pretty stout rings mounted on it now. Interesting feature I did not mention in the studio was this little system here holds 22 and 25 caliber pellets or slugs. The 22 is going one way, and the 25 is going another. Now, if you look, you'll see this, what looks like a side parallax here. But I'm going to tell you, I don't believe this does a thing. I'm going to set this at our 30 yards right there, and it moves inside, so it might be doing something internally for focus that I'm not seeing. It's a possibility. I'm not going to call it bogus yet, but I'm going to guess it is. And let me get to our turrets here. And I'm going to turn these a couple clicks one way and a couple clicks another so you can see. And they do have a nice seal here and 1/4 inch of a MOA. Okay, and hopefully you can hear that. That's pretty audible. Very nice. I'm going to take these caps off because while we are doing our FPS and energy testing of the HASTON Carnivore, I will be trying to kind of sighting it in at the same time. And speaking of the HASTON, we can get a focus here. Come on. We got some gloomy weather today. There we are. There is our HASTON Carnivore 30 cal 135, and as you can see, sights have been removed. Good looking rifle, as well as a pretty good looking scope, and I'm really digging those sunshades. So this HASTON Carnivore just may be my Eleanor. Every time I try to get some footage, something goes wrong. We just had a Caldwell ballistic precision chronograph. I use the term precision really loosely. Displayed a code error 2 and 3 out of nowhere. It's basically a brand new unit. It's my 3rd unit. This time I went and got the one with the LEDs on top. Now I do have low lighting conditions today, but it's never not worked before in these lighting conditions. I've used this into the dusk and it's worked. So today it decided not to. Maybe it's a humidity issue, I'm not sure. But we're still going to carry on with testing. We're going to try to get this, test this scope a little bit and test this carning and see if we can get it on target. So stay right there. We already have an FX hybrid slug 44.5 grain loaded into the breech. And I'm trying to get this kind of set up a little bit where I can get on target. And like I said before, this glass at this distance at 30 yards lacks a little bit to be desired. But the crosshairs in this seem to be amazing. So let's just see if we're on target at all here. I'm in a very uncomfortable position today, and I don't know why, but let's see what we got here. Maybe not a hill or something. Ooh. So judging by that, we were almost dead bullseye. We will get this done today, I promise. So let me take another shot here, and we will see where we're at and then try to get some groups, and I'll put camera on target for you guys. Get this sighted in good. That would be amazing. So, it seems to be I'm going to try one more. Let's see where we're at now. The cocking effort on this thing is crazy, especially when they're new. It's so fun. And then I'll show you where I'm at here. Keep in mind this is a slug. I think I can bring it over just a touch more. I just want to get that center, would be great. Maybe. Well, after this one, we'll leave it right where it is. Leave it right where it is and try to get some groups. We will get this kind of done today. I don't know if you can hear that hitting down there, but it hits with a vengeance. Just off to the left. But we're going to roll with it for groups. Let's keep it right there. We'll do fine tuning on it later, but let's see how consistent this is going to be. Let me get a camera on target. We'll get you on screen here so you can see it down range, hopefully, and you can see what's happening. Like I said, this is 30 yards. So actually, if you want to get technical, it's like 30, a little over 30 yards, but not quite 31. So let's get you on target and I can show you exactly what I'm doing. So check this out. This is even better than I thought. So I was here dialing it in, very tight groups here. I actually blew, I had a little patch here, I blew that out. So basically I'm right here, a couple clicks down, we'll be right in the bullseye. I'm gonna go back and give this a couple clicks, and then I'm going to move over here and go to this target. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cut and I'm going to paste a new target up so you guys aren't
confused it all here because this has got some dots on it, and that was going to be a test target to sight it in, but apparently it's sighting in very easily. So I'm going to put a new target here, and we should be good to go. We'll do a group of 5 and see how it performs at 30 yards with FX 44.5 grain slugs. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go, rock and roll time. I'm going to actually move you to this side so you can see that's the target that I will be going for, and hopefully we hit it. So these are our first initial results. Just dialing it in. I was doing some test shots over here trying to aim in different locations, and it seemed to be grouping kind of okay, although I did have a bit of a mishap. So I want to take this down. I want to put this target up. Pay no attention, I got some dots on it. And I will tell you, with my last 2 shots, it literally knocked off the lens protector. That thing's got so much kick. So let's see if we can hit dead bullseye. Let's take a few shots at the dead bullseye and see if we can maintain a group. I don't think these things particularly like slugs. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's see if we can maintain a group here at 30. I'm gonna move the camera back because, man, I don't want to hit it. So let me get you up, put you there, and hopefully it hits target at least right out. But I'm going to be going for a dead bullseye, and we'll let the cards fall where they may. Keep in mind, it has not been broken thoroughly yet, so keep that in mind. Okay, this was kind of real, and what a difference from the first time, right? Here's our groups the first time, and it's getting wider. I mean, we come out here, we started coming back into it, but that's not very acceptable to me. I'm going to make sure that that scope is still tight within the rings, and then we'll come back and we'll do a redo, because maybe since the rings were just installed, and this goes happens to me many times, we will make sure everything is torqued correctly, come back and do another one, and then compare. Okay, this might give us a bit better idea. Quadrant target. My goal is to take these tools, make sure that scope is tight, and try to dial it in a little bit here. And then maybe we can get it at least in a 4-inch area of the quadrant target. I don't know, fingers crossed. I'm not sure if it likes the slugs. It seemed to like them at first, so let's hope and it could be that scope right itself. So who knows? I know a lot of your bets are on the scope failing. I'm not convinced of that yet, simply because when I first got this rifle, I took it out with the open sights, and I'm not too bad with open sights, and I couldn't maintain any kind of grouping. So maybe, like I said, maybe it needs breaking in, but let's try it. It's powerful. It seems to be powerful, but it hits with a vengeance anyhow. It's ripping through this door, actually, and then into a big mahogany door behind it. So I'll pull these out. You want to see something though? Maybe it's not as powerful as we think, because I want you to look at the condition of that slug. Do we have a defective rifle? Should that be putting out more energy at 30 yards than that? I mean, that's close to the pristine bullet. Huh. And not much damage to this one either. This is a hollow door, interior door. Behind it is some fiber board, and behind that is a big mahogany door. This didn't make it through the fiber board. I mean, I got BBs that make it almost through the fiber board. Very strange. Okay, stay right there. Let's find target. let's see what's going on from there. This is a bit of a conundrum because we are testing two different things, rifle 3, slugs, a break barrel, and a scope. Maybe they can come together in some kind of Indian circle. We'll see here. I'll be right back with another target. Okay, small target. They call it an 8-inch target. So we should, if we can hit in here, that would be wonderful. Hopefully, can at least be on paper. But I'm gonna aim for dead center, and we're just gonna pray that it hits. So keep an eye out. Let's see what happens. So I took 6 shots. This one, every one of these I was aiming for center. This was my best one. I'm sorry, 5 shots. Every one. So, I mean, that's quite. Let's take our farthest. Let's see what we got here. That's about a 3.5-inch spread there, and another 3.5-inch spread, 3 1/4. So 3.5-inch spread at 30 yards. That's not acceptable in my book, at least with the slugs. What do you think, guys? Should we try one more, see if it tightens up? Is it breaking in? So keep that in mind. 3.5-inch. Okay. Let's try 5 more. Let's try 5 more shots. Maybe it'll come into it. So it's not the scope moving around. It's definitely not the scope moving around, because every once in a while it's randomly putting it where it's supposed to. Okay, check this out. We put 2 up here, which is kind of weird. And then, so what's going on? It's definitely not the scope. It's got to be either the rifle or those slugs. You guys tell me what you think. I mean, we're hitting target. We hit target every time at 30 yards. These two, which is crazy because it almost stacked those two. And our group here is 1 3/4 inches. But if you want to go for the farthest to farthest, we got to, well, another 3 3 3/4. Let's go a little farthest one out. Yeah, 3 3/4 from here to here spread. So is that good enough? Does that meet criteria for a break barrel? Because I'm telling you what, I got break barrels that shoot a lot better than this. Like I said, maybe it's not broken in yet. Maybe we revisit, but we're gonna have to definitely try some different slugs for sure, right? I mean, we're getting similar results, I guess. I don't know. But let me turn this around. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's just kind of different, right? I don't know. I think that all of this testing today has pretty much gone awry. I don't believe that it's been very relevant. I'm sure you guys will agree, but I try to get you out some content at least. Let me flip it around here. So one thing that I have learned about the HASTON Carnivore 135 is it's my Eleanor. It does not like me at all. Every single time I've tried to test this, there's been numerous things that go wrong. unlike any other rifle that I've ever tested. We've got dogs coming up, strange dogs coming up to my fence and barking at me. We've got malfunctioning equipment left and right. We have weather that comes in that's, as I'm trying to test, as you can see, terrible. Out of the blue. It just doesn't seem to be working for me. I want to test the scope. I can't tell if the scope's messed up. I can't tell if the rifle's messed up. I can't tell if the ammunition's the problem. Hell, I can't even get a proper feet per second and energy test. So, it's to be concluded again. We've wasted a day and still gotten nowheres. But I'm going to show you the footage this time and maybe some bloopers along the way. Stay tuned. This is where you should be, but let's try it right here. That's a little better. All right, now let's do our elevation. And did our scope move? I think it's creeping. I do think it's sighted in. I had it kind of sighted in yesterday, although today's a different story. So, all right, now I want you guys to keep in mind we are using something we probably shouldn't be using, and that is a FX 44.5 grain hybrid slug in the Carney brake barrel. It's a bit heavy, I'd say, and it's a slug. So let's see. I'm gonna guess right around, using these, I'm gonna guess right around 370 FPS. That's what I'm gonna guess. Let's see what we got here. We'll do shot one. Using this new scope. Let's see where we're at with the scope. I think 370. Let's do 5 shots. Let's do 5 shots and see what the standard deviation is. .380. .377 with a standard deviation of 2.5. .374, standard deviation went up a bit. Well, let's see what it does on number 5. And then what's it for accuracy? We don't know yet because I haven't sighted it in, but we'll see. I'm expecting it not to be too accurate, but we'll see. And 376 with a standard deviation of 2.3, and then it started progressively moving over and dropping a little bit, and that could be why, I guess, right? Let me grab an Allen head. We'll put it back where it was and see if we can get this sight. Terrible. Out of the blue.